I cleared the mouth. I'm like, yo, am I bleeding? Like, are my insides bleeding? Who's your favorite skit YouTuber? One day I had a bright idea. You know what, bro? Reading any of these, I'm going to guess every single answer. I took the mouth off. Bro, I was like, I'm in trouble. Who's your favorite skit YouTuber? Oh, I don't know. I actually don't watch that many. Probably just like, Tony. Probably RDC, Tony, Trey Rags, Lennar. Hell yeah. Bro, Lennar makes the most like technically difficult like sketches ever. The thing that I like about Trey Rags is that it's not a lot of slapstick. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of slapstick humor. It's like a lot of the humor really is what the other person is saying, like how absurd the shit that the characters are saying sounds. I just put that out, put that heavy. For me personally, like with my own sketches, I think I like to put plenty of dialogue in, but I also want there to be like a damn near mystical or absurd aspect to it that makes me go, this is why I made this video. But the way Trey Rags writes his videos is so fucking funny. I've been watching old RDC gaming videos, mainly the Elden Ring series. How long did it take them to beat Elden Ring, bro? I know they was struggling. Tony is so consistent. He also has really good writing too. He's very consistent. Like that nigga makes so many, like he makes videos out of so many different concepts. It's shit like, it's similar like Vine. Like it feels like Vine. It said that means he got 100 out of 100. No, like literally a teacher will dead ass be like, why did you do this? That happened to me one time. One time, bro, I did not want to take a test. I've had dyslexia my entire life, right? I didn't know what it was. So I would always be last when test taking because I have to read, unless it was a math test, and I have to read like all the questions and shit. I keep having to reread sentences and shit like that. There had been times previously where I would read the test question wrong and then answer it wrong because I think they meant to say something else, right? After a couple of times of that, I started rereading everything, like triple checking if I'm reading properly, right? It would take mad long. Always be the last nigga to take the test. And I just felt like if you're the last person taking the test, you're the dumbest. As a kid, I don't know why. So I just thought I was dumb. I was like, damn, I don't want to look fucking stupid in front of everybody. He said English comp sounds annoying. I didn't even have comprehension issues. It was simply just my brain isn't compiling the words properly. I was like, damn, bro, I don't want to be a dumbass. One day I had a bright idea. You know what, bro? Reading any of these, I'm going to guess every single answer, and I'm going to finish first and look smart. Did the whole in like 5 minutes. If I got an answer wrong, at least I'd get some right. I just was like, I'm done. Handed that in. Nigga, the next day, they called me back into school. It was a Saturday. I don't even know why the motherfuckers was up there. They made me retake the test, and I took it and passed. It took a long time. Had to reread it. Said, what does dyslexia make it look like? If you could explain it. It doesn't make it look like anything. It just, sometimes, like it genuinely doesn't look weird, right? The words don't look weird. It looks like a different word. Or my brain will input a different letter. It will see, the other day I saw cloak, right? And my brain is saying that the A in cloak is a C. So I read clock. I just read clock. I'm like, somebody said, do I have a cloak over my clothes? And I was like, do I have a clock over my clothes? I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then I read it again. I'm like, clock. I was like, yeah, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand what this thing is talking about. It just fucked me up. Very bad thing. A very bad misconception I had about dyslexia when I was younger because of a dumbass fucking movie. Words running across the fucking page. Like it literally was like moving. Like the words were moving. I was like, yeah, I don't got that shit. I never thought I had dyslexia after that. Fucked up my entire childhood like thought process. I just thought, damn, I'm dumb. I must be dumb. But I would get A's on written tests. I mean, not written tests, like essays. When I would get essays, I would always pass, either with the highest grade in the class or like top 5. And many times the teachers would use my fucking paper as an example on what to do for an assignment. So I'm just like, what the fuck? I can read. What the fuck is going on? But yeah. Sometimes you'll see extra letters. Sometimes you'll see a letter and it looks like a different letter. Sometimes it'll input a letter that's not there. Sometimes I'll read like some shit like awful, but it looks like it's awesome. And I'm like, what? I just recently discovered that you could fuck up numbers too. If I get a lot of sleep, it's not that bad. And if I don't drink too much caffeine, I'm good. Caffeine gives me anxiety. I start going crazy. My dyslexia is gonna be significantly worse. Like significant. Like nigga, I can't even fucking read. What are you talking about? So I think my dyslexia Oh my bad. See, right there, I saw tendencies when it says transcends. To me, the R and the A looked like an E. It said, oh snap, he said crazy timing. But it'll always happen, bro. Maybe that's an extension of that for a short-term solution. It's very common with people with ADHD. It might just be that your brain is anticipating what's happening next, because people with ADHD don't want to stay and linger on one thing for too long. Like if you ever have a conversation with somebody with ADHD, a lot of ADHD people will cut you off because they're gonna forget what they have to say, or they think they already know what you're gonna say, so they're trying to respond to your sentence before you're even done. Because to them, they're already at the end. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, oh, you're saying like this. I used to cut people off. I had to stop that shit when I was young. Like their mind will get restless if you're like talking too slow. But there have been videos where I'll be like, bro, do not give too much fucking exposition before you start explaining shit, bro. He said, why'd you drop out the military challenge so soon? That was like 19 years ago, but I think I explained this on stream before. They didn't let me record barely any of it, that's why. So I had planned to make content doing the challenges, make content with the challenges, and maybe even a sketch, but they weren't allowing me to. So I was just like, okay, so I'm doing this for no reason. That got me here to do content, and you said I had creative freedom, and then you never gave me creative freedom. No, you can't record this. No, you can't record that right now. No, you can't hold it. You have to act like you're enlisted. And I was like, no. So the next day I said, yeah, I'm not going. And they were like, oh, is there anything that we could do to make you like continue? I said, yeah, let me record the shit I need to record. And they were like, oh, but you can't. I said, I'm not going. I was like, well, what the fuck am I here for? What did I sign up for? Y'all motherfuckers acting like I signed to join the military. Niggas screaming in my face and shit, like got me doing drills and shit. Which, by the way, I was destroying those drills. Like I was still fit back then, as fit as I am now, if not even better. There was a point in time where I took a really a big hiatus off of exercising because I was really focused on like traveling and making content. So I might have even been more fit at that time. I did have a headache the next day because of the fucking tear gas shit. Woo! That tear gas shit fucked me up. I'm not gonna lie, that shit hurt. It burned my lungs and my sinuses and my eyes. Woo! You said gas chamber? Yes. That shit fucked me up, boy. I say, yo, you said, no, that shit was fun? Tweaked out. Hey, yo, I'm gonna tell you what you probably did not do. I don't know if you had to do this or not. They told us to take the mask off, right? Which is fine. They told you to take the mask off because you're supposed to learn how to clear the mask so that you don't breathe that shit in. I misunderstood. I thought that when you took the mask off, you're supposed to breathe. Take a big breath. So I did just that. I took the mask off. Bro, I was like, I'm in trouble. That shit burned instantly. It burned my tongue, my throat, my fucking lungs. It went all the way down. I said, whoa. I'm like, yo, am I bleeding? Like, nigga, are my insides bleeding? So I breathed it in. I was like, I almost threw up. I almost threw up, bro. I cleared the mask. I was like, bro, I was not breathing right, bro. For like 20 minutes, I wasn't breathing right. It's that first time. My insides instantly started bleeding. It just felt like I was bleeding. I felt like I was internally bleeding. My lungs were bleeding. He said my body and soul was cleansed. Yeah, instant regret. I didn't know, bro. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to breathe it in. I was talking to everybody else. They were like, yeah, but it burned my eyes pretty bad. I was like, bro, yeah, you guys don't feel like it cut up everything you breathe? They said was like, no, it's like it just like really bad for your sinuses and stuff. Like I was like, but you guys breathed it in, right? You guys took a deep breath they said no. Bro, dumbass. Which, by the way, I fully intended to breathe, like take a full breath. That shit cut short. I was like, like it closed my lungs, bro. I'm sure there's some people immune to it or very resistant to it, bro. For me, that shit was like kryptonite. He said, what we talking about? We talking about fucking tear gas. Bro. All right, let's see what we talking about.